What would be your approach towards your marketing?
You need to sell before you build anything. So, if you don't have any clients that like wants to even test things that you're doing, then like maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Like the reality of it is like, if you understand the problem, then you should be kind of close to somebody who needs the solution, like in some way. And there's all these unparalleled options and like unprecedented ways of like how you can communicate. Like there's LinkedIn's, all these social media, TikToks, like there's just billions ways of how to get the initial traction. But you need that in order to verify what you're going to be doing. I think the biggest challenge is like you build something, you get traction. That's pretty cool. You go like, oh yeah, it works now. But then what do you do next?
Yeah.
And so that's where you need to have a structure. Like that's where I think experienced founders like have an advantage, because they understand, okay, so how do I prioritize things? What is the plan? How are we going to like budget things? Budgeting is a big topic of that. And it doesn't necessarily need money. It could be time. How do you budget time? And how do you find co-founders? And like also co-founders is a big topic. It's like I met so many people, they get greedy before like there's anything to get greedy about.
That's such a red flag.
It's like, you have like a product, you maybe own like 100% of the shares, and you go like, I'm going to give my co-founder like 1%, 2%. So it's bullshit. Yeah. So, but there is startups I've met in even in the US that operate quite successfully. They're growing and they go like, they introduce team. So it's kind of like, you would normally get paid at the job, but like they go like, oh, if you pay us, we'll let you join, and then you get reverse vesting rights.
Wow, that's a manipulation, full on.
But some of them actually do it and do it pretty well. So it's like, it's crazy, like
Jesus. So how did you find your co-founders over the course?
I always bump into them like in some points in my life. So like this Callsy.ai, which we're building it together with Limonas. I met Limonas 9 years ago. In the first startup we worked, he was a CTO. I kind of came in as a CMO. And so we had this good vibe, connection and things. The startup, eventually we left the startup. And then a few years ago, we were in Web Summit, like randomly bumped in. And I was like, okay, yeah, we need to do something. And so we went off and started to build some stuff. So you will have that. Like, that's like, 100%. I think that's like where, but that's where you need to be in the world. I think a lot of Gen Z people now are very kind of like introverted, stuck in their like sitting in front of screens.
That's true. So we don't like people.
Yeah.
Younger generation.
I think that's a big challenge. I think because they don't go to bars, like
nobody drinks nowadays.
Nobody drinks, and so, but that's where like the real connection, relationships happens, because even if you co-found something like with somebody, that doesn't really mean like you're going to be all right to work with that person for like next 5 years. It's almost, it's like getting married, in many ways. Like it's like the same thing. You need to have the skills of relationship, and then, all relationships are built on problems that you solve, not the positive stuff, always.
Beautiful. We still have time. I would like to touch base on the current founder's journey you're going through. There are different ways of building the company, from bootstrapping to going a very traditional VC way, going through accelerators and so on. What you've done, you went first with first pick, your first check, and then you continued with 500 Global. What made you to choose this course?
So we kind of went out into the market. What I really, really love about First Pick is that they're super fast and simple. Like actually, like from VC perspective and the way they fund things, yes, there's some questions. They're going to challenge you. Yes, they're going to push you back. But like they make the decision, like you have this 1 week to make the decision. They give you an offer and then off you go. And then like very straightforward process, you're good to go. You get some, money to do stuff. We kind of did that and we were like, okay, so what's next? Maybe we should rise around, like maybe we shouldn't, like, and at some point I had a call with another founder and he was like, oh, we did this 500 Global thing. And they were like, his name is Kostas, by the way. He was like an alumni and he was like, it's a brilliant, actual accelerator. It gives you so much structure. There's like all these experienced mentors, like they really, really work with you. Like this is probably from like perspective of doing a program. I feel like I'm back in university a lot of times because there's a lot of classes, sessions, but you get all these mentors. And the thing is, what they do is they frame you the KPIs, which you should be aiming for, and then challenge you on those. And so that's what it gives you. They put you into this forceful like mentality of like, we need to do things fast. And you get frameworks, you get like people who does ops and marketing and somebody does sales. And you can always just go to them and say, look, I don't know how to sell. And it goes like, well, what do you do now? And they help you build this. And then if you don't know how to do marketing, like they help you build this. So I think, it's a lot about it is about experimenting fast, like winning, like know what winning and losing is like in which experiments, and then killing those that don't, and then doubling down on those that you do winning.